The Narayaniam is a text that takes a high place in Sanskrit literature both as a poem and as a devotional hymn. This double role is responsible for the great popularity it has attained wherever it has come to be known. The author of this great text, Meppattur Narayana Bhattathiri, was a Nambudiri Brahmana of Kerala whose date of birth is around 1560 AD. The Narayaniam is undoubtedly the major work of Bhattathiri, for which he is remembered today by scholars as well as devotees. The work is known by his particular name for two reasons. One, that it deals with the glories of Narayana, the supreme being who is the resting place, ayanam, of all jivas, that is naras, and the other, that it is the composition by the poet Narayana. It is a work consisting of 1036 verses in various Sanskrit meters, divided into 100 cantos of approximately 10 verses each, every canto ending with a prayer to the Lord to cure the poet of his crippling ailment. It is a unique work for the Sanskrit language insofar as it combines in itself three distinct features. First is that it's Kavya, a great poetical work. Second, it's a hymn of rare devotional fervor, having several distinctive features shared by no other hymn. And the third is that it is an exposition of Vedanta with a dominance of devotional teachings. As a Kavya, the Narayaniam has all the features of a Kavya or a great poem. A Kavya must have an ultimate objective in view, some great didactic purpose as a rule for ennobling the life of man. As a hymn, among the Sanskrit hymns, the Narayaniam is unique in many respects. It is perhaps the longest hymn in Sanskrit. The philosophical outlook of Narayaniam is that it's the narratives of the Bhagavata that are summarized in the Narayaniam, but also its philosophical and devotional teachings. The teachings of Bhagavata on these subjects are scattered wide over the text in its various dialogues and hymns of praise with which that great work abounds. Sandranandavabodhatmakamanupamitam कालदेशावधिभ्यां निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनररुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तथावत भाति साक्षाद्गुरुपवनपुरे हन्तभाग्यं जनानाम्. In the temple of Guruvayur there shines in truth and in reality what appears at first to be a mere image, but on contemplation reveals itself to be the condensed essence of consciousness bliss, the veritable Brahman Supreme, who is the ultimate end of all human endeavors, to whom there is none comparable, who is ever beyond the limitations of time and space, who is eternally free and whose nature the numerous texts of the Vedas seek to reveal. Fortunate indeed is the mankind that such a manifestation of divinity exists in its midst as the image of Sri Krishna. एवं दुर्लभ्य वस्तुन्यपि सुलभतया हस्तलब्धे दन्तयत् तन्वा वाचाधिया वा भजति बद जनः क्षुद्रतैव स्फुटेयम् एते तावदवयं तु स्थिरतरमनसा विश्वपीडापहत्यै निशशेषात्मनानुमेनं गुरुपवनपुराधीशमेवाश्रयाम्. But alas, what a pity that in spite of the easy availability of this rarest of blessings, men, prompted by their base nature, overlook it and pursue worldly objects with all the powers of their body, mind, or intellect. But we devotees, however, shall, with unswerving devotion, serve the Lord of Guruvayur, Sri Krishna, the soul of all beings, for the total eradication of all woes, physical and spiritual. Sattvam yatat parabhyam parikalanto mirmalam tena tavat भूतैर्भूतेन्द्रियैस्ते वपुरिति बहुशः श्रूयते व्यासवाक्यम् तत्स्वच्छाद्यतच्छादित परसुख चिदगर्भसिर्भासरूपम् तस्मिन् धन्यारमन्ते श्रुतिमतिमधुरे सुग्रहे विग्रहे ते. Sage Vyasa has repeatedly stated that thy form is constituted of Suddha Sattva, that is pure Sattva, without any admixture of Rajas and Tamas. Because of this absolute purity, thy form gives an unobstructed revelation of its underlying essence of consciousness, bliss, and therefore enlightened men delight to contemplate on this thy divine formal manifestation, which is easy to grasp and which is all sweetness to those who think or hear about it. Nishkampe nityapurne niravadi paramananda piyusharupe निर्लीनानेकमुक्तावली सुभोगमतमे निर्मलब्रह्मसिन्धौ कल्लोलोलासतुल्यं खलु विमलतरं सत्त्वमाहुस्तदात्मा कस्मानो निष्कलस्तवं सकल इति वचस्तव कलास्यवेव भूमन. O infinite being, thy Suddha Sattva form is like the wavy surface of the pure ocean of Brahman, who is unperturbed, ever full, constituted of inexhaustible bliss, and supremely attractive as the repository of countless pearls of liberated ones, absorbed in it, embracing as thy form does the whole of that ocean. Why should not thou be termed Nishkala, indivisible whole, complete incarnation, while all other manifestations are but kalas, partial revelation of that ocean. Nirvyaparo api nishkaranamajabhajase यत्क्रियामीक्षणाख्यां तेनैवोदेति लीना प्रकृति रसति कल्पापै कल्पादिकाले तस्याः संशुद्धमंशं कमपि तमतिरोधायकं सत्त्वरूपं सत्त्वं धृत्वा ददासि स्वमह्यं Vibhavakuntha-Vaikunta-Rupam. O birthless one, though by nature beyond activity thou, at the beginning of a new cycle of creation, those activate spontaneously by a glance, thy prakriti, that is power, which abides in thee, latent without in any way affecting thee, as if it were a non-existent entity, O Lord of Vaikuntha, assuming the pure sattva aspect of thy prakriti, that is power, which because of its purity does not in the least hide thy glories and majesties, thou hast manifested thyself as this divine form. Tate pratyagradharadhar lalitakalayavalikeelikaram लावण्यस्यैकसारं सुकृतिजनसदृशां पूर्णपुण्यावतारम् लक्ष्मीनिःशङ्कलालीला निलयन्नप्मपृत स्यन्द सन्दोहमन्तः सञ्चिन्तकानां वपुरनुकलये मारुतागारनाथ. O Lord of Guruvayur, I meditate continuously on thy form, which surpasses fresh rain clouds and the blue lotuses in its dark splendor, which embodies in itself the essence of all that is beautiful, which is as it were a holy descent manifested before the eyes of all virtuous men, as a reward for their good deeds, which is the playground of all the unrestricted graces, charms, and majesty of Goddess Lakshmi, and which generates an abundance of intense bliss in the hearts of people meditating on it. Kashtate srishticheshta bahutara bhavakhedavaha jiva bhajamityevam पूर्वमालोचित मजितमया नैव मद्याभिजाने नो चे जीवाः कथं वा मधुरतरमिदं त्वदपूक्षिद्रसाद्रं नैत्रैः श्रोत्रैश्च पीत्वा परमरस सुधाम्बोधिपूरे स्मरेण. O Supreme Being, once I thought that thy creative activity is a tragic sport, as it inflicts various forms of suffering on embodied beings, that is jivas, involved in the cycle of births and deaths, samsara. But now I do not think so, for if there were no creation and therefore no embodied beings, jivas, who would have been there to revel in the ocean of unparalleled joy derived from the experience of seeing this form of thine replete with consciousness and of hearing descriptions of thy glory. Namranam sanidate satatamapi purastairanabhyarmithitan प्यर्थान कामानजश्रं वितरति परमानन्दसाद्रां कृतिं च इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटीद्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमतिर्वञ्जोऽयम्. Manifesting ever before thy devotees, thou grantest unsought all the fulfillments of human life besides the bliss of final liberation. O Lord, when such a unique Parijata tree as bounteous and accessible as thou art is available for them, alas, the vast body of desire prompted men long for the trivial blessings of the Kalpaka Vriksha, wish-yielding tree of Indra's heaven, which can yield only sense enjoyments, and that only if votaries specifically pray for them to the accompaniment of elaborate rituals. कारुण्यात् काममन्यं ददति खलु परे स्वात्मदत्सवं विशेषादैश्वर्यादिशतेऽन्ये जगति परजने स्वात्मनो अपीश्वरस्तवं त्वयुच्चे रारमन्ति प्रतिपदमधुरे चेतनाः स्वीतभाग्यास्तवम् चात्माराम एवत्यतुलगुणगुणाधारशौरे नमस्ते. O Lord, Thou art indeed unique and incomparable in Thy greatness. Other deities grant the desires of their votaries when they are pleased with them, but Thou art unique in granting Thyself, identity with Thyself, to Thy devotees. Other deities rule over the world as being external to it, by virtue of the power they are invested with, but Thy mastery over all rests on Thy being the inner controller of the essence of all beings, including these deities. All fortunate jivas seek delight in the inexhaustible mine of joy that Thou art. But as for Thyself, Thou art ever self-satisfied, having none besides Thee as equal or greater. Aishwaryam Shankaradi-shwara-viniyamanam Vishwatejoharanam Tejasamhari Viryam Vimalapapi Yasho Nispraheshwarupageetam Angasanga Sada Shirakhilavatasī न क्वापि ते संगवार्ता तद्वातागारवासिन मुरहर भगवच्छब्द मुख्याशयोऽसि. Lord, Thou who art the resident of the temple of Guruvayur and the destroyer of Mura, Thy Aishwarya, lordliness, consists in being the controller of all gods beginning from Shankara, Thy Virya, prowess, in possessing the potency to contain all forces that are destructive of the good of the worlds, Thy Yashas, that is fame, in providing material pure and holy enough, even for all renouncing sages to sing about Thy Shri, beauty comes auspiciousness, in becoming the very abode of the goddess Shri, Thy Jnana, that is wisdom, in being the all-knowing, and Thy Vairagya, renunciation, in being non-attached, in respect of all Thy creative activity. The term Bhagavata, which means one possessing the above-mentioned bhagas or divine majesties, is therefore primarily applicable to Thee. So the Canto 1 is completed. I will join you with the Canto 2 in the next session.